Hey, what's up? I'm Basil Barrington, and there is a new turntable on the market. Or I should say, there will be a new turntable on the market. And the turntable will cost $60,000. That's right, I said $60,000. It's crazy, a $60,000 turntable. Now, obviously, this is not a DJ turntable. It's more like a high fidelity, a hi-fi turntable, for the audiophiles, right? I'm not quite sure, if you're into your music that much, if you would spend $60,000 on a turntable, right? But I do, I kind of understand it. It is an analog turntable. It looks beautiful. Let's just get to it. Okay, so the other cool thing about this turntable, first and foremost, is it was designed by Jony Ive, the super duper, designer for Apple who left and created LoveFrom. He designed this turntable pro bono. He didn't even charge. The company is Linn, right? And I'm not talking about Linn, the drum machine either, like Linn Drums. I'm talking about Linn, the high fidelity company, right? They've been around since 1973. That's when they released the first LP12 turntable. It was a modular turntable, so you can mix and match it. It was pretty cool. Again, if you're talking about hi-fi, this was it, right? So, Jony Ive, he just basically linked up with the founder. Let's make a turntable, or at least they had a discussion. This new turntable that Jony Ive, his company LoveFrom, created for Linn is the Sondek LP12-50, or I should say LP-50, right? Now, they came out with the LP12 turntable in 1973, so this is the 50th anniversary, right? It's a beautiful turntable, but for $60,000, I guess like people who are totally into, this company and just like the design and just the quality of like analog turntables, who knows? They may buy it. This is obviously for tech bros, people who have a boatload of money, and it's $60,000. Come on. And you know what? And here's the other thing, right? Even though this turntable that Jony Ive created is $60,000, Linn also has turntables that are less than $60,000, like $30,000 or $15,000. This is wild, right? A turntable for $60,000. Hey, a turntable for $5,000 is even wild. And DJs were like having a conniption when Technique came out with a turntable and they were, charging $1,500 and above for their like $1,200. They basically said, no, this is not a DJ turntable. This is a turntable for an audiophile, but it, looked like a $1,200, act like a $1,200. I don't know what the guts was like because I wasn't buying a turntable for $1,500 or $2,000. That's like completely ridiculous. But it's very minimalist, sort of design and everything else. Again, this is Jony Ive, so it's just like everything is cool. Now, if I go over to the company website, let's just go here really quickly. Okay, so this is the company Linn, right? They're out of Germany, I think, or something like that, England or something, right? And you're not gonna believe this, right? But they actually have other products, if you just go here, they have speakers, they have power amps, full systems, network players, the whole nine. Let's go to turntables. I'm already on turntables. They have turntables. This is the Climax, right? And I love like these names too, how they're spelled. This is Climax LP12, right? And it starts at $30,000. It's from $30,000, right? And then if you go down to the Select LP12, this turntable starts at $14,560. The Magic LP12, it starts at $5,130. And then, again, this is a modular sort of system. So you can, start off, you could build this whole thing out yourself, right? So let's create our own turntable. These are just all the different styles and everything that you can like select from. Again, this starts at $3,060, right? And then you're gonna need a power supply. The power supply can start at, $5,000. Here's a cheap one for like $2,200. Here is another one for, almost $700. You need your sub chassis, they start at almost $600. You can get them for as much as $4,000, basically $3,890. Your baseboard, $230, $240. Your tone arms, like, come on. Here's one tone arm for like $5,855, right? The lowest one you can get is $1,790, right? Cartridges, I mean, like, imagine like the lowest cartridge here is $3,715, right? Well, maybe not, so let me see here. There's one for $2,280. There's another cheapo one that looks like most cartridges, and this is the cheap one. It's $871. But if you wanted to go super duper hi-fi, you could get this joint for, let me just go back here, $7,295. And then the phono stages, right? I guess this is like basically what sort of I/O are you looking for? So, you can start at like $3,855, or you can go up to $4,150. And these are starting from prices, right? Can a turntable cost like over $30,000? According to this website, yes, it can. It's like completely insane. But again, this is Jony Ives, and he makes, the guy is a design god, right? Basically, right? Working for Apple, doing all these crazy designs for Apple and everything else. Let me just go back to the actual turntable so it hasn't been released yet, but it is a beautiful looking turntable. This article came from Fast Company, by the way. So yes, here it is right here, $60,000. And here's the thing, right? Because if you look at their website, all their products they start at. It's not like this is not the price, this is the starting price, right? So I'm just wondering, like, if this turntable in and of itself, is it $60,000 or does it start at $60,000? This is crazy insane. Again, DJs, we're like, hemming and hawing about like, Technique, selling a turntable for almost $2,000, if not more. And Linn, not Linn Drum, but Linn the hi-fi company, they're selling turntables for like $30,000, starting at $30,000. This is insane. So, but again, it's a beautiful turntable, and even if you had the money, because you can do a lot with $60,000. You can buy a car, you can use $60,000 as a down payment on a home. If you have kids that are about to go to college or kids who are in private school or something like that, you can use it for that. Like, just childcare, daycare, whatever. Come on, So, when I see something like this, a turntable for $60,000, it kind of reminds me of like what Virgin Galactic is doing in terms of like, charging people, almost $500,000 just to take a ride up to space. I don't know if I would do that. No, as a matter of fact, I would not do that. There are certain things that I would not spend that much money on. Even if I was like a bazillionaire, would I spend $60,000 on a turntable if I was like just had money like that? No, I still wouldn't do that. But again, it's a beautiful design, and people who are into this company, Linn, and who are totally into high fidelity audiophiles and who have the money, they're gonna buy this turntable. And this turntable, probably in another 20 years, 30 years, it's going to be worth a lot more money. So it's kind of like an investment product. You buy this for $60,000, you hold on to it, you make sure that it's cool. I don't know if you're gonna take it out the box or whatever, but if you do have a box, keep the box. 10, 20 years down the line, I may see this turntable on Antiques Roadshow going for like $120,000, $250,000. Who knows, right? But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this $60,000 turntable because that's insane, but it's a beautiful turntable. Jony Ives, he did his thing once again, but $60,000, I'm not quite sure about that. And he did this for free. He didn't even charge Linn the company to do this. But I also kind of think that, you may get some money on the back end, you sell, for every turntable we sell, you get like 5% or something like that. Who knows, right? People want to buy Jony Ive's products too because, he's a great designer. So anyway, the question is, would you buy a $60,000 turntable designed by Jony Ives? or Jony Ive? Leave your answer in the comments. Until next time, peace.